Hey there, English learners. Welcome to English with Noor and Adam. I'm Noor, and today we have an amazing topic. We're going to talk about how to make a great first impression.
And I'm Adam. This is something that can change your life, seriously. Whether it's a job interview, meeting new people, or even a first date, first impressions really matter.
Studies show that people form an opinion about you in just 7 seconds. 7 seconds! So you really want to make those seconds count.
7 seconds? That's not even enough time to finish saying your name. That's kind of scary when you think about it.
It is, but don't worry. Today, Adam and I will share everything you need to know about body language, confidence, and the small things that make a big difference when you meet someone for the first time.
And by the way, at the end of this video, we will show you all the vocabulary with their meanings in English and Arabic. So don't worry if you hear a new word and you don't understand it.
Okay, let's start with the most basic thing. Adam, what is the first thing you notice when you meet someone?
Honestly, their smile. If someone smiles at me, I immediately feel comfortable around them. A smile is like an invitation that says, "Hey, I'm friendly."
I totally agree. A genuine smile makes people feel welcome. And notice I said genuine, not fake.
Good point. Genuine means real and honest. A genuine smile is a real smile, one that reaches your eyes. People can always tell the difference between a real smile and a fake one.
Exactly. So tip number 1 is simple. When you meet someone, smile naturally. Don't force it. Just think of something positive and let the smile come naturally.
And another thing that goes with smiling is eye contact. If you look at someone while talking to them, it shows that you are paying attention.
Eye contact means looking into someone's eyes when you speak with them. It shows respect and confidence. But be careful, too much eye contact can feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, you don't want to stare at someone like you're trying to read their mind. That would be creepy.
Stare means to look at someone for a very long time without looking away. For example, don't stare at your phone when someone is talking to you.
So the trick is to keep natural eye contact. Look at the person, then look away briefly, then look back. It should feel relaxed, not forced.
Great advice. Okay, now let's talk about something really important, body language.
Body language is how you communicate without words. It's your posture, your hand movements, how you stand, how you sit. It says a lot about you.
Posture means how you hold your body when you stand or sit. Good posture means standing straight with your shoulders back. It makes you look confident.
I used to have terrible posture. I would always slouch, especially when I was nervous. Slouch means to stand or sit with your shoulders down and forward, like this kind of lazy position.
And when you slouch, people might think you are bored or not interested. But when you stand up straight, you look approachable and confident.
Approachable. That's a great word. Approachable means easy to talk to, friendly. If someone looks approachable, you feel comfortable going up to them and starting a conversation.
One more body language tip. Don't cross your arms when you're talking to someone new. Crossed arms make you look closed off and defensive.
That's true. Keep your hands relaxed, maybe by your sides, or use them naturally when you talk. It shows you are open and comfortable.
So what about you, Adam? When you meet someone new, what do you say? How do you introduce yourself?
Well, I keep it simple. I say something like, "Hi, I'm Adam. Nice to meet you." And then I try to find something to talk about. Maybe I ask a question about where they are from or what they do.
That's a great approach. Introduce yourself is a useful phrase. It means to tell someone your name and a little about yourself for the first time.
And here's a tip that changed everything for me. When someone tells you their name, repeat it. Say something like, "Nice to meet you, Sarah." It shows you are paying attention and it helps you remember their name.
Oh, I love that tip. Remembering someone's name is one of the best ways to make them feel special and valued.
Valued means feeling important and appreciated. Everyone wants to feel valued. It's one of those basic human needs.
Okay, now let's talk about the handshake. This is a big one, especially in professional situations.
A handshake is when two people hold and shake each other's hand as a greeting. You do this when you meet someone for the first time in a business or formal setting.
And your handshake says a lot about you. A good handshake should be firm but not too strong. Firm means strong and steady, not weak and not crushing the other person's hand.
I once shook someone's hand and it was like holding a wet noodle. No strength at all. It didn't give me confidence in that person.
And on the other hand, some people squeeze way too hard. That's uncomfortable too. You want something in between.
And don't forget, look the person in the eye when you shake their hand. The combination of a firm handshake plus eye contact plus a smile, that's a powerful first impression.
You know, Adam, first impressions are especially important in professional situations like job interviews.
Oh, definitely. I remember my first big job interview. I was so nervous that I arrived 30 minutes early and just sat in my car trying to calm down.
That's actually not a bad idea. Being early gives you time to prepare mentally, but in a job interview, everything matters. How you walk in, how you greet the interviewer, even how you sit down.
One thing I learned is to always do your research before the interview. Learn about the company, understand what they do. This way you look prepared and professional.
Professional means relating to your job or career, or behaving in a serious and competent way. Looking professional means looking like you take your work seriously.
And when the interviewer asks you questions, take a moment to think before you answer. Don't rush. A thoughtful answer is always better than a fast one.
Thoughtful means showing careful thought and consideration. A thoughtful answer shows you really thought about the question before responding.
And here's another tip for interviews. At the end, always ask a question. It shows you are curious and engaged. Engaged means actively interested and involved.
That's a great tip. Even something simple like, what does a typical day look like in this role? That shows you're already imagining yourself in the job.
Exactly. And one last thing about professional situations. Always follow up after a meeting or interview. Follow up means to contact someone after a meeting to continue the relationship.
A simple email saying, "Thank you for your time, it was great meeting you," can make a big difference. It shows you are polite and you care. That's interesting. Now the big question. What about conversation? What should you actually talk about when you meet someone new?
We've all been there, but here's the secret. The best conversationalists are not the best talkers. They are the best listeners.
Awkward means uncomfortable and a little embarrassing, like when there's a long silence and nobody knows what to say. That's an awkward moment.
We've all been there. But here's the secret. The best conversationalists are not the best talkers. They are the best listeners.
I love that. A conversationalist is someone who is good at having conversations. And you're right, listening is more important than talking.
So instead of thinking, what am I going to say next? Focus on what the other person is saying. Ask follow-up questions. Show that you are interested.
Follow-up questions are questions you ask based on what someone just told you. For example, if someone says, "I just came back from vacation," a good follow-up question would be, "Oh, nice, where did you go?"
Exactly. And another thing that helps is to find common ground. Common ground means things you both have in common, things you both share or agree on.
Like if you both love coffee, or you both watch the same TV show, or you're from the same city. When you find common ground, the conversation just flows naturally.
I remember meeting someone at a conference and we were both standing in line for coffee. I just said, "Long day, right?" And that started a 20-minute conversation.
See, small talk can lead to big conversations. Small talk means light, casual conversation about everyday things like the weather, work, or weekend plans.
A lot of people think small talk is boring or pointless, but it's actually really important. It's how you build a connection with someone.
A lot of people think small talk is boring or pointless, but it's actually really important. It's how you build a connection with someone.
Okay, now let's talk about something that a lot of people forget. Your appearance.
Appearance means how you look, what you're wearing, how you present yourself. And I'm not saying you need expensive clothes, it's about being neat and clean.
Neat means tidy and organized. If your clothes are clean, ironed, and fit well, that's neat. You don't need fancy brands. Just look put together.
Put together is a great expression. If someone looks put together, it means they look well-dressed and organized, like they made an effort with their appearance.
I have a friend who always looks put together. Even if he's just wearing jeans and a t-shirt, everything fits perfectly and it's clean. It makes a huge difference.
I have a friend who always looks put together. Even if he's just wearing jeans and a t-shirt, everything fits perfectly and it's clean. It makes a huge difference.
Right. You wouldn't wear a suit to a beach party, and you wouldn't wear shorts to a job interview. Read the room and dress for the occasion.
Right. You wouldn't wear a suit to a beach party, and you wouldn't wear shorts to a job interview. Read the room and dress for the occasion.
Read the room. I love that phrase. Read the room means to understand the situation and the people around you, and then act in the right way.
What's that?
Confidence. Real confidence. Not arrogance, not showing off, just being comfortable with who you are.
Arrogance means thinking you are better than other people and showing it in a rude way. Nobody likes arrogant people. But confidence? Everyone is attracted to confidence.
And here's the thing. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being okay with not being perfect. It's about accepting yourself.
And here's the thing. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being okay with not being perfect. It's about accepting yourself.
If you make a mistake when speaking English, don't worry about it. Most people won't even notice. And the ones who do notice will respect you for trying.
That's so true. And you know what? Making mistakes is how you learn. Every mistake brings you closer to fluency.
If you make a mistake when speaking English, don't worry about it. Most people won't even notice. And the ones who do notice will respect you for trying.
Okay, before we go to the vocabulary section, let me share a few quick tips that I always use when I want to make a good impression.
Oh, I want to hear these.
First, always be on time. Punctual means arriving at the right time, not late. Being punctual shows respect for the other person's time.
That's a big one. If you show up late to a meeting or a date, you've already made a bad impression before you even say hello.
That's a big one. If you show up late to a meeting or a date, you've already made a bad impression before you even say hello.
That drives me crazy. When I'm talking to someone and they keep checking their phone, I feel dismissed. Dismissed means feeling like the other person doesn't think you're important.
That drives me crazy. When I'm talking to someone and they keep checking their phone, I feel dismissed. Dismissed means feeling like the other person doesn't think you're important.
So true. If the first thing you say when you meet someone is a complaint about the weather or the traffic, that's not a great start. Keep it positive and upbeat.
So true. If the first thing you say when you meet someone is a complaint about the weather or the traffic, that's not a great start. Keep it positive and upbeat.
All right, I think we covered a lot of great tips today. Let me quickly summarize. Smile genuinely, make natural eye contact, have good posture, give a firm handshake, listen more than you talk, and dress neatly.
And be punctual. Put your phone away. Find common ground. Ask follow-up questions. And most importantly, be yourself and be confident.
Perfect. Now let's do the vocabulary section.
All right, now let's review all the vocabulary from today's episode.
Yes, this is the vocabulary section. We'll go through all the words and phrases we taught you today with simple definitions.
Let's start with body language and appearance vocabulary.
Eye contact means looking into someone's eyes when you talk to them.
Stare means to look at someone for a very long time without looking away.
Body language is how you communicate without using words, through your movements and posture.
Posture means how you hold your body when you stand or sit.
Slouch means to stand or sit with your shoulders down and forward in a lazy way.
Handshake is when two people hold and shake each other's hand as a greeting.
Firm means strong and steady, not weak.
Appearance means how you look and how you present yourself.
Neat means tidy, clean, and well organized.
Now, social skills and conversation vocabulary.
Genuine means real and honest, not fake.
Approachable means easy to talk to and friendly.
Introduce yourself means to tell someone your name and a little about yourself for the first time.
Valued means feeling important and appreciated.
Awkward means uncomfortable and a little embarrassing.
Conversationalist means someone who is good at having conversations.
Follow-up questions are questions you ask based on what someone just told you.
Common ground means things that two people share or agree on.
Small talk means light, casual conversation about everyday topics.
Connection means a bond or feeling of understanding between two people. Now, professional and work vocabulary.
Professional means behaving in a serious and competent way related to your career.
Thoughtful means showing careful thought and consideration.
Engaged means actively interested and involved in what's happening.
Follow-up means to contact someone after a meeting to continue the relationship.
And finally, Some personality and attitude vocabulary.
Arrogance means thinking you are better than others and showing it rudely.
Fluency means being able to speak a language smoothly and easily.
Punctual means arriving at the right time, not late.
Dismissed means feeling like the other person doesn't think you're important.
Complain means to say that you are unhappy about something.
Upbeat means cheerful and optimistic.
Put together means looking well-dressed and organized.
Appropriately means in a way that is suitable for the situation.
And read the room means to understand the situation and the people around you and act in the right way.
Bye everyone, have a wonderful day, and remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression, so make it count. Don't forget to practice your English every day.
We would love to hear about your experiences with first impressions. Tell us in the comments, what is the most important thing for you when meeting someone new? Have you ever made a bad first impression? What did you learn from it?
Write your answer in English in the comments. It's great practice, and we read every single comment. If you liked this episode, share it with a friend who is learning English. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when we post a new episode.
Bye everyone, have a wonderful day, and remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression, so make it count. Don't forget to